New York hid what terrorists did 2 weeks ago, could have stopped today's attack. Working in the mainstream media seems to come with an imperative that the party line is towed at any cost. Gone are the days of objective journalism, and here is the generation of anchors that grace your TV screen to lull you into a false sense of security, promising you that the brilliant politicians have it all in hand. Ronald Reagan is credited with saying that the scariest words in the English language were "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." But that's not what the media wants you to believe. They think that you should just ride that easy chair and leave it up to the smart people to take care of things. And if you're inclined to do that, sit back and listen to how well that goes for us. While we were all hard at work, getting ready for Christmas, Muslims have also been planning their holiday, but with a bloodier celebration than you or I. Chatter on pro-ISIS networks and other vengeful jihadist forms of communication showed that the attack, which happened in New York City this morning, was planned weeks ago, and officials knew about it. According to Metro UK, there was not only talk, but some of these violent Islamists went to the trouble of making up carefully crafted infographics, warning the Western world that they planned to attack. This is their report from November 28, just about 2 weeks ago. A disturbing image showing Santa Claus standing on a low roof next to a box of dynamite looking out over a crowd of shoppers in Times Square has been released by the terrorist group. The poster reads, "We meet at Christmas in New York. Soon," in black on white. It's the latest propaganda image warning of attacks during Christmas time across Europe. The group have been using encrypted communication channels to share posters of London's Regent Street and Paris Eiffel Tower with images of jihadists and blood superimposed on them. The pictures show a chilling message in English, French, and German stating, "Soon on your holidays." Earlier this week, a propaganda poster emerged showing a terrorist in the Vatican with a rocket launcher. The message warned that the Crusaders' feast is approaching, suggesting they are planning to attack the Catholic Church's holy city. Another was shared online showing a masked figure driving towards St. Peter's Basilica with a gun and a backpack inside his car, with the message "Christmas blood" written in red underneath. The posters are a chilling reminder of the terror attack on a Berlin Christmas market last year. On December 19, Tunisian asylum seeker Anas Emri drove a truck into the crowds at the Christmas market at Breitscheidplatz in Berlin. 12 people died, including the original driver of the truck who was shot by Emri when he hijacked the vehicle, and 56 others were injured. This is disturbing 100 times over, not only because of how brazen the attackers are, telegraphing their threats and intent to kill the infidels, but that this wasn't all over the evening news. Every time North Korea's dictator, Kim Jong-un, so much as sneezes his statements from the Pentagon and conferences with Japan and South Korea, just as it should be. But since this threat came from a group who's trying hard to scrub their public persona, with the help of the mainstream media, it was silence. This is a pointed attack against multiple nations and it's complete silence from every major news network. While we can all appreciate that no one wants to cause mass hysteria, there's a point at which a threat is valid and should be used to warn people. In the case of the terrorists fueled by the fires of Islam, they have proven time and again that they will strike. But we didn't listen, and today there was another attack. DML News reports the details of the attack, and how completely senseless our unpreparedness was and is. One man is in custody with the New York Police Department after he detonated the bomb he was wearing in a Port Authority underground walkway that leads to and away from a city subway. According to Fox News, the man is 27 years old and lives in Brooklyn, New York. He bears a foreign name and has been in the United States for 8 years. The bomb went off Monday morning during rush hour. Reportedly, it was detonated prematurely, while it was on the terrorist's body. The NIFT is reporting that 4 people were injured in the bombing. Former NIPT Commissioner Bill Bratton has confirmed the event is ISIS-inspired. Weeks ago, ISIS published cartoon-style photos of Sanders standing next to bombs as he overlooked Times Square in NYC. Being attacked with no warning is terrible, but it's even worse that they tried to tell us and we ignored it. Talking about terrorists might not be good for Democrats or the major networks' ratings, but neither is their voters being blown to bits. Pick your terrible.